Welcome, everyone. Oh, wow, I'm really blurry here. I hope that doesn't continue. Thank you. Thank you all for joining. Welcome to the next round of my free spirit guide readings. Welcome, everyone, to this next round of free spirit guide readings. So bear with me for just a moment. I have to do this on Facebook, so I am sharing to these different wonderful groups that have just so gracefully allowed me to join. So let me share this to these groups right here, and then we'll just jump right into it. So if you want a free spirit guide reading, just comment and let me know. So sharing to this group, sharing to this group, sharing to that group. Okay. Good there. And then I have to do one last thing. I have to make this public on my profile. And then we'll just jump right in. So thank you all again so much. Just have to hop on over. How do I get to my page? How do I do that? That's how I do that. I hit public right here. Oops. Edit audience, public. Okay, now that all the fun technical stuff is out of the way, welcome. It's time for the next round of free spirit guide readings. So whoever is tuning in, if you're watching on one of these groups, you will have to make sure that you're clicked actually directly in here, and so that I can see your comments, or a 100% surefire way to know that I will see your comments every time is to head on over to Shaman's Way on YouTube. That way we know for a fact that I'm going to see all of your beautiful requests for readings. Bianca says, evening, with lots of halos and angelic smiley faces. Good evening, Bianca. Thank you so much for being here. Beautiful day. I just went on the most amazing hike. Oh, let me put this up so people know who are tuning in for the first time what we're doing here. Where is it? Comment if you would like a spirit guide reading, so people know as I'm sort of rambling and waiting for people to hop on. What I do is, first off, these aren't card readings. These are intuitive readings where I travel to you in spirit and I communicate with your spirit guides. So in a full session, like I would normally do, I would describe to you all of the different spiritual beings that decide to show up and make themselves present for you. And then you get to ask a whole bunch of questions, get to know those guides and receive their healing and their wisdom. In this version that I'm going to do here, it's just a sort of a mini version of that, where I will tell you and describe whatever the first being that decides to show up is. And then I'm just going to let you ask one question of the first being that shows up. So if that sounds interesting, let me know. We have Kat here saying, so cool. Kat, welcome from YouTube. Would you like a spirit guide reading? We can just start with you. If you like, Bianca was the first one to comment, but Bianca already got one of my beautiful free spirit guide readings. So Kat is first. Kat says, yes, please. All right. Thank you so much, Kat, for being here, for your energy and your attention. And now I just need to know, do I have your permission to energetically enter your space to do the reading? Always have to confirm. Always have to make sure. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to triple check my Facebook thing here and make sure I have this set correctly. Oops, I think okay. Okay. Well, if I accidentally shared this to one of these groups twice, I apologize. I may have accidentally done that. Okay, we got some people coming in and commenting now. Thank you. Kat is first here. She says, you do. I have her permission to enter her space. So we're going to start with the reading. So Kat, the first being that decided to make themselves known to you is an angel. And this angel, their wings are this beautiful, sort of the way like in certain crystals when the sun shines on them, they have that sort of rainbow effect. But it's like all throughout their wings. And the robes are a beautiful, like white and gold woven through. And then the hair is also like a very light, almost like golden, but almost like white blonde hair. So what question do you have of this angel who has showed up and made themselves present for this reading? Oh, yes, lots of other people joining. Thank you all for your energy and your attention. Everyone who can, head on over to YouTube to make your comments. That way you know for sure that I am going to see them, and also subscribe so that you can get notified next time I go live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're just waiting on this question from Kat here. How much fun can we create today, Spirit? How much possibility are we willing to allow? And then we have Geneva, and then Jakari. Jakari asked, can I have a spirit guide reading? Yes, you may. Absolutely. So stick around. We'll see who all we get to. Kat says, what should I do for my next client? Okay, we will see clients, plural. Okay, so we will see what your guides have to, this angel has to say about that. So this angel said, don't be afraid to tell them no. Hold the space for the people you need to hold the space for. But in telling certain people no, that's not going to shift how people perceive you. So that was the short version of the message. So thank you, Kat, so much for that question. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To whoever's tuning in, whoever's interested, if you want a full session and you want to really ask more questions of the guides, including you, Kat, if you're interested, you can schedule a full session with me, and then we can really go deep and have some fun. So thank you. Thank you, Kat. Thank you. And then Bianca says, beautiful gift. I'm not going to push for a second time. Don't worry. I enjoy watching the lives. Oh, thank you, Bianca. You're most welcome here. You may watch as many times as you like. I love having your energy. You have a beautiful energy about you. So thank you. All right. So who was next? Next person to ask for a spirit guide reading, Jakari Thomas. Jakari, are you still watching? And would you still like a spirit guide reading? If so, do I have your permission to energetically enter your space to do the reading? Ooh, so much fun. Oh, and let me pull this up while we're waiting for that. I know I keep saying this is the last time I'm going to pull this up to check, but I want to make sure this is working, because I just am trying something new. I'm streaming to these different pages now, and or sorry, not pages, groups, psychic reading groups, and so I just want to see if I've done that correctly. Did I? Yes. Okay, I did, and I am so sorry to the free live reading group. I accidentally shared that. Let me delete this. I shared that like 3 times somehow accidentally to that group. So I'm sorry about that. I am not meaning to spam this group. So let's try and edit this down to 1. Edit this down to 1 here. Delete. Yes. Okay, refresh. All right, and anyone tuning in from the groups, and I'm glad that I just checked this. There was obviously a reason for this, because if you're tuning into one of the groups, I see someone commenting. Know that I cannot see your comments unless you actually click on the video on Shaman's Way. The comments don't come through if you're just commenting on the groups post, you have to click in and get to the actual page. So yes, thank you. And then Kat says, thank you. Perfect. Thank you. I am glad that it was perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Who are we waiting for? We were waiting for someone. Jakari. I already asked if he was here with us and if he wanted a spirit guide reading. So if for some reason he ends up commenting in the next 10, 15 seconds, then we're going to do his reading. If not, then I'm going to move on to the next person. And the next person is... I'm going to give YouTube a turn here because most of them have been coming in from Facebook, and I will get to more Facebook people, but the next person is going to be from YouTube as well. So who do we have? Carlos. Carlos, just making sure you're still watching. You said hello. Does that mean you would like a spirit guide reading? And if so, do I have your permission to energetically enter your space to do the reading? And anyone watching, don't be shy. Comment. Let me be the mediator between you and your guides. Let's see how much fun we can have, what we can do to open up that space of communication between you and your guides. These are, I guess you would call it a form of intuitive reading or even like mediumship, but I don't communicate with past loved ones. I communicate with people's spirit guides. So these are beings that are, I guess you could say, of a higher vibration or closer to source is one way to put it. But they are here to help us to grow and to heal. And they're not hanging around us because they have unresolved issues or something like that. They're here to assist us, to help us to be more perfect versions of ourselves, if we can say that. So Carlos says, yes. Okay, I have his permission to energetically enter the space. Let me put this up here so I have a little more clear line of communication. I don't know exactly what kind of being this is, but I almost want to say like the word that comes to mind is some kind of a troll. Like big, like round humanoid, but these the eyes are how to describe it, like smaller in proportion to the head, just like a couple of really big square teeth, very tall, gray skin, and then the skin around the stomach is more is like a lighter color gray, almost like white. So it's some kind of like troll-like being, but very peaceful. He may even be like one of your gatekeepers is kind of what I was getting. So Carlos, what question do you have for this troll-like being who has showed up for you? Oh, and we have people, Jakari says, I thought I was next. Oh, I thought you were too, but I didn't see your comment come through. But it did now. So yeah, you'll be next. So stick around. Oh, waiting on the question from Carlos. We have other people. Geneva says she would like a reading. Yes, as long as Spirit is allowing me to continue to do all of these beautiful readings today, I'll just keep going until Spirit says time to stop. So we may get to everyone who's commented thus far. I don't know how much I can promise past that, but we'll see what we can do. Carlos, will my ex come back? Okay, so I'm going to ask this question, but if certain things come through from Spirit about like other people and how other people behave, I typically don't even like to ask these types of questions. But we'll see. Spirit sometimes proves me wrong and they're like, okay, here's the answer, and they give it. Other times Spirit wants to direct us more towards like opening up our possibility and turning us inward toward ourselves, especially the type of beings that I interact with. So let's see what this troll has to say about whether okay, sorry. I'm just having fun with this. We'll see whether or not a troll cares whether or not your ex comes back. To put that in. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, this is important to you. So we're going to ask. But I can't promise that a troll is going to be overly concerned with that, or that they will be very helpful. So we're going to ask, though. We'll see what this troll does. Oh, wow. Okay, so Spirit always loves to prove me wrong. The troll has a great message for you. The troll does care. The troll cares a lot, actually. So let's see. So here's the vision I was shown. He communicated through a vision, and before what I was doing, I would just describe the vision, and then I was telling people, if you want me to go into detail about what the vision means, then you have to book a full session. But I realize there are a lot of people I could be helping through these free ones that can't actually do a full session, who I would like to, at least for one question, I am going to explain a little more in depth about what the vision means. But there are many more questions we could ask if anyone wants to book a full session. Having said that, here's what the troll said in response to, will my ex come back, for Carlos. So here was the vision. I saw the troll. He started to show me this vision of the troll sitting there. It was very funny to watch a troll do this. At least for me, it was fun. But the troll was sitting there with a flower, picking the leaves, looking at them, and like throwing them, almost like how we see people do that. Like, she loves me not. She loves me not. Not actually saying that, but that's what it looked like. And then as he's doing this, he gets really frustrated and throws the flower down. And then another troll, who I believe was a female version, a female troll, like taps him on the back to get his attention, and he's just kind of like, get out of here. And then he walks off, and then another day passes. He does his thing again. This is all, there's time distortion that happens, so a lot happened in that short time I was quiet. So he comes back the next day in that field, same thing with the flower, doing that like, she loves me not thing. And then the female troll kept, and this happened day after day, the female troll keeps trying to get his attention, and he's just shaking her off like, nah. So then I saw him looking at this another troll that was like with someone else, that I guess was the troll that he was attempting to like manifest the relationship with, if trolls have relationships like that. In this case, they did. And then he finally gives up, and then he looked like he had a realization of, oh, that troll that was trying to get my attention that whole time, that was where like the love was. So he finally went to go back to her, but it was too late, and that troll also had found another mate. And then he was just kind of lost. So the message that I'm getting is that that should be pretty self-explanatory, that one. But this relationship that you're focused on, if you're so focused on this one person, you're limiting yourself to the possibilities that are out there. And it may not even be another relationship that's trying to get your attention. It could be other life endeavors or other incredible, beautiful things that are right here in front of you, trying to get your attention. And you're cut off because you're so focused on whether or not this ex will come back, and you're missing out on the opportunities of life that are calling to you right now, because of your mental state. This is what you resist persists, all of that stuff. So wow, again, Spirit loves proving me wrong. So the troll had a very clear message about that question. So I thank you. Thank you, Carlos, for allowing me to be the facilitator for that beautiful question. And Carlos, if you want to ask more questions, get to know your guides a little more, and dive a little deeper into their wisdom and healing, anyone who is interested can book a session with me, message me on Facebook, all that good stuff. So thank you. Who's next? Ooh, this is feeling good today. I went on a beautiful hike, had a ceremony to connect with the nature spirits out in the forest near me. Oh, so beautiful. I'm feeling amazing today. So, who was next? We have people saying, good afternoon. Wanda, I, I know you were on the other day. Did I give you a reading the other day? I don't remember. I remember your face very clearly. Or were you on the live stream this morning with me and Hank? I recognize you from somewhere. Oh, okay. So next, Jakari, thank you for reminding me. You are correct. You were the one I said was going to be next. So, oh, and then Jakari just says that was a direct message. Yes, it was, Jakari. Oh, and Carlos says thank you. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you. All right, Jakari, do I have your permission to energetically enter your space to do the reading? I already know it's a yes, but I just always have to ask. It shifts the energy when I do that. It shifts the energy a bit. So thank you. And while we're waiting, I do a really cool I don't know if this is allowed on these groups. If not, please message me, admins, or someone let me know. But I just wanted to say I do a really cool podcast with a friend of mine who's also a reader and a shamanic healer like me. It's called Stir Crazy Shamans. So check that out on YouTube, Stir Crazy Shamans. Should we just talk? So if you want to get to know me a little bit more, that's a cool way to do that if you're interested. So Jakari says, yes, I have his permission. His, I'm assuming his. Jakari sounds like a masculine name to me. So let us enter your space to do the reading. Wow, this being is beautiful. It is like a some kind of powerful, like ethereal fish spirit. Almost imagine like the most beautiful, like feminine but magical spirit fish that you've ever seen. Like all these colors throughout the scales, but long and like standing upright, like looking forward with these wise eyes and a long, like flowing body. And wow, I don't know how else to describe that. Just this ethereal, like ocean fish spirit. Very beautiful. What question do you have for this being, Jakari? Oh, that's a beautiful being. Very beautiful. I've never seen one quite like that. I've been meeting so many incredible spirits lately, thanks to all of you wonderful, wonderful, amazing beings who have let me communicate with your guides. How will my life be like with my future wife and future kids? Okay, let us see what this beautiful fish spirit has to say about that. Let's put the question up there so we know so people know what I'm responding to. Oh, that was a beautiful one. Okay, now I'm going to need to explain this one, I feel like. So I'm going to ask Spirit to help me explain this one. So here was the vision that I got from the beautiful fish spirit. It was in the ocean, and there was a big school of fish, and this shark came out of the waters behind them, and this ethereal, bright, like fish spirit came right up in front of the shark, in between them and the school, and like just shined this really bright light, and it blinded the shark, and it kind of went off for a second, but then it noticed that there was one of the fish that got scared by that and was off away from the school, and the shark saw that, started to come for it. So there was like a moment of what decision to make. Do I continue to stay by the school or this one fish? And so the fish spirit went over to that one little fish and protected that one. That was the decision that it made. But then the shark came and like ate several of the fish from the school. Then the this ethereal fish spirit, like did something to the shark, like turned it into light. But then that one fish that survived was pregnant with a bunch of like eggs. And then I just saw, like, fast forward through that fish giving birth and creating a whole like new school of fish. So wow, that was cool. Jakari, first I'm going to ask, maybe that message just resonated with you already, or would you like me to go a little deeper and ask Spirit to help me to extrapolate the meaning behind that? Let me know. And Fiona the cat, he says, oh wow, haha, lots of hearts. So does that mean that was good, or did you want a little further explanation? Because I think I'm going to start doing that now on these. Why not? But if it's good, let me know, and then we can move on. But Fiona the cat says that she has to be a part of the show right now. Come on, Fiona. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Did you want to say hi to the people? Okay. Jakari says a little deeper. Okay. So let us see what Spirit can help us to figure out about this message. So connecting again with the Spirit, asking for translation from this vision into English. Okay, so the school of fish represents your current circles, the circles of friendship, family, career, all of that. And this sort of shark coming and threatening that is new ideas challenging your ego, right? So as you're aware of these new ideas, these new things that you're trying to pursue, the shark actually represents the ego, right? So the ego coming in and trying to destroy. Oh wow, hold on. I'm gonna need further clarification. It started to come through, and I thought I had it. I'm gonna have to go back in. Come on, Spirit. Let's be a little more clear with the English here. Okay, so it's coming through. And Jakari says, funny you said ego. I'm a Leo, and we love to have a good ego. Oh, okay. So yeah, that makes sense. So you're going to come to a point when you're faced with either a choice to either continue in the comfort of your current ways of thinking, your current ways of being, to remain safe within your current mental, emotional groups, as well as the groups of family, friend, relationships, career, and all of that. But in pursuing the future family, wife, all of that stuff, you're going to come to a choice to like abandon all of that in a way. Even in the face of your ego telling you that your life is threatened if you do that. It is going to feel as though your life is actually threatened when you do that. But that's all in the ego. And so spirit is going to, you're going to make a choice, and you're going to choose to abandon all of that for this, the wife and family that I feel like are, I don't know if you're currently in a relationship or what, but if you make the choose to abandon all of that, then that relationship is going to prosper. Your family is, how to put it? There's just abundance in store. There's abundance in store for that. But you're going to have to come to that place of actually making the choice to sort of abandon these old ways, these groups that you currently perceive to be safe. And it's going to be a tough decision to make. So that was a difficult one for me to. He says, I'm single currently. Okay, that is what I felt like was trying to be communicated. I just didn't want to. That was my ego. That was my ego not wanting to be wrong. I need to just trust spirit. How long have I been doing this, Casey? Casey, you've been doing this for over a decade, and you still don't communicate the messages 100% clearly from spirit. Come on. So yes. So then the future relationship that is to come, in order for that to really come into fruition and blossom, you're going to have to make that choice to like sort of abandon all of these circles and everything. So, and you'll know when that happens. So Jakari says, thank you, exclamation mark. You are very welcome, Jakari. If you want to get to know your guides a little more, go a little deeper into that. There are many more guides that want to speak to all of us. So message me and we can set up a session. Thank you so much. We have other people coming in. Got to scroll back up in the comments here. See who was, excuse me. Wow. And see who was next. Judy. Judy says hello. Judy, are you still watching? And Judy, if you are still watching, would you like a spirit guide reading? And do I have your permission to energetically enter your space to do so? Ooh, I feel such excitement right now. Good energy. Good energy. And for anyone watching, subscribe to Shaman's Way on YouTube. That's where I will 100% of the time be posting these. Wherever else I post them differs from time to time, kind of. But you'll always catch them if you subscribe to Shaman's Way on YouTube. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Geneva says me. Yes, I think you were the next one to comment. So yes, we'll see if Judy doesn't comment. You are next in line. So I'm just going to give another like 10 seconds or so, and then Geneva, we're going to get to your reading. Yes. And then we have Yeet 213. So save your questions for until your guide shows up. Save the questions until the guide shows up, because depending on which guide shows up, you may want to think about how you ask that question. Yeah, so wait until that happens. So Judy is not messaging. We're going to assume that she has moved on to very beautiful places. So, Geneva. Geneva, do I have your permission to energetically enter your space to do the reading? And if so, let the magic ensue. And now look at her. Look at Fiona back there. She's sitting there. She wanted to be a part of the show so much, and now she's just sitting by the door. Look at that. Fiona, you need to be a little more present. Enjoy your life circumstances. Although she looks decently content. She's in the room, but not of the room. Very wise she is. Very wise. Mike Hawk says, hi, I'm from Periscope. Oh, okay, that was Yeet213. Oh yeah, I saw your comment. But I 100% of the time will see the comments that come through on YouTube. So always a safer bet to go through YouTube, definitely. And subscribe so you can get in on the next one if I don't get to you today. So awesome. Geneva says yes. So let's start. Thank you for your patience, Geneva. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have a falcon. I didn't even have to ask about that one. He was just, I'm here. So what question do you have for this falcon that has shown up? Big falcon, really long wings, really long wings. So we're going to see what the question is that Geneva has for this falcon. Thank you all for being here, by the way. I see all of you commenting. I'm going to get around to as many people as possible. Oh, and Tanya says she's so cute to the heart. Yes, Fiona is adorable. She can be a little bit of a handful sometimes. But we absolutely love her. She is one of the most affectionate cats I have ever met. And she's great. So Geneva, waiting on the question for the falcon. And then see, we got a bunch of other people responding. Let's see who else. I'm just going to try and find out who might be next in line after that. They've gotten to a good number of people already. Sung Sua 98. If you're still watching, you might be next. Sung Sua 98. That was probably not the way to pronounce that. Will I buy a house this year? Let us see. Oh, that was, she said, Tanya says that is me. Whatever that name that I attempted to pronounce was is her. So I'm glad you got a kick out of that too. But Geneva, for now, we're still doing a reading. Will I buy a house this year? Let us see. Now I'm gonna ask this question. One, know that we create our realities. We can do whatever we want. So if you buy a house this year, it's entirely up to you, regardless of what this guide says. So I'm just going to throw that out there, but then we'll see what they have to say. Because sometimes they give really clear answers. Other times they direct us back to ourselves to put us more in the place of opening up possibility for ourselves. So we'll see what this falcon says. And Fiona, yes, I know you want to get out. So let me do that first, or else she may start crying. Come on, baby. Good kitty. Okay. Geneva wants to know if she's going to buy a house this year. Okay. Well, we may definitely need Spirit to elaborate on this one. So here was the vision that the Falcon gave me. The Falcon had a nest with eggs in it, and it was storming, and a wind blew and knocked it over. Fell on the ground. The eggs were destroyed. And then another falcon came over, and they both in their mouths at the same time picked up one end of the nest each and flew it back up onto this part of the tree that it was on. And then after that, a lightning bolt came, struck the nest, and it was on fire. And it was destroyed. And after that, I saw this falcon flying by herself. And then she found another nest with eggs already in it. And she went to sit on top of those eggs. And then the other falcon that the nest actually belonged to, kicked her out. And then I just saw her flying by herself for a long time. And then eventually she landed on a snowy mountain and fell asleep. So I'm going to go ahead and ask Spirit to elaborate on that a little bit. Let me see what we get. Having difficulty with this one. The animal guides sometimes will exclusively communicate in visions that we then have to interpret ourselves. So it's difficult with animal guides to translate. But I'm going to try and do my best. I was trying to get the communication from Spirit, but I couldn't with it for whatever reason with this eagle. I couldn't get the English. So I'm going to do my best. This is me attempting to give my explanation of that. So the nest in the beginning that got knocked over, that could either be your housing situation currently or wherever you're at, the universe making the decision for you, right? You're okay. Well, that I guess makes sense. So the universe is going, all right, you're where you're at right now. It's going to go boom, just kind of destroy your current situation and everything about it and make the decision for you. But it's not going to be easy after that. And you're going to find places where you think you belong, either with housing or in whatever your situation, and that will not be correct for you. And that you're going to continue this search until you are able to really surrender. And at that point, I think the laying down in the snow and falling asleep was, I think, about needing to. So it was a high place. It was on top of a mountain. And I think we will finally find rest and peace. Yes, that was it. Rest and peace. You will find rest and peace when you are able to see from a higher perspective for all of this, and not look so much immediately at what's in front of you, what you're trying to do, but see the higher perspective. Then you will find peace. From there, the possibilities are endless. So hopefully that helped. We can go a lot further into that and get way more clear communication from Spirit in a full session. So if you want to book a full session, you can click the link to book, or you can message me on Shaman's Way on Facebook, and we can just book a session. So I would love to do that for you, Geneva. But either way, I thank you for allowing me to communicate with that wonderful falcon and relay that beautiful message. Again, know that we create our reality, and that sometimes the purpose in us hearing these messages Because that didn't sound like a very happy, positive message. But a lot of the times we hear these messages so that we can shift our energy and we can change the current timeline that we're on to be a much more favorable one. So that's often why these messages come through. So hopefully that may have stirred some things up to get you to start thinking. So yes, thank you, Geneva. Geneva says, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Ooh, that was a powerful one. Some strong energy there. Who is next? Scrolling back up. That's right. Judy left us for better things. Oh yes. So it is that name that I tried to pronounce all funny. Sung Sahor, who moved from Periscope to YouTube, which I really appreciate. Thank you. So yes, you are next, Tanya. That's what I'm going to call you instead of Sung Sahor. Tanya, are you still watching? Would you like a spirit guide reading? And do I have your permission to energetically enter your space to do the reading? Oh, thank you. And everyone, if I don't get to you today, subscribe to Shaman's Way on YouTube. And that way you'll get notified next time I'm live. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to keep that real brief when I say that now, because I don't want to spam the video with that. But at the same time, that is the best way to know that you'll get notified next time I go live. So thank you. Can you tell me any kind of info about the one that I will end up being with till the end? I have never been in a romantic relationship, and I am just curious about that area of my life. Okay. Did I even tell you what your guide was? I don't remember now. No, I didn't. Okay. So, Tanya, before we get into any of that, do you know what kind of readings I'm doing here? I'm doing spirit guide readings. So first I need to know if I have your permission to energetically enter your space. And then I'm going to tell you what spirit guide shows up. So you may want to even change your question depending on what the spirit guide that shows up is. So first off, do I have your permission? Do you still want the reading knowing that? And do I have your permission to energetically enter your space to do the reading? If so. So waiting on that. Yes, you do. Okay. So, let me pull that up. Wow, look at this. So many relationship questions. That energy is in the air today for some reason. Ooh, I wonder what that's about. So, yeah, getting lots of questions about that. But Spirit has been willing to answer thus far today. So that's a good thing. So let's see. She says, yes, I do. Let's enter that space. A lioness, a female lion, has showed up. I don't know why there are a lot of animals. Has it been all animals today? There are some streams where it's a lot of human type spirits. Some streams where there's lots of animals. Sometimes there are all kinds of star beings and plant spirits. Lots of animals today. So there is some kind of similar energy that people are being drawn to me right now. People with animal spirits that want to come through, and also relationship questions. So curious, very curious about what that energy is all about. So knowing that you have this lioness now, do you want to ask a question of a lioness about this? Or does that change your question at all? Let me know. Oh, wow. It's been almost 15 minutes since I started. It feels like I just started 2 minutes ago. This is amazing. And someone, Chrissy says, do I get a reading? I like and subscribe. We'll see who I can get to today. I may not be doing this because I just realized it's been a little while. I'm going to have to get some dinner soon because I get real hungry after I do so many readings. But if I get to you today, wonderful. But since you're subscribed, you'll get the notification next time I go live, which may even be later tonight, or it could be tomorrow. We'll just have to see. But if I don't get to you today, make sure you have the notifications turned on, and that way you'll get notified next time I go on. But if you don't want to wait for that, if anyone doesn't want to wait for that, you can always book a full session for me at shamanswayhealing.com and shamanswayhealing.com. And that is in the description, wherever you're watching from. You can pull that down, click on that, and that will take you right there. You can book a full session with me. So thank you. And she says, it doesn't. I still want the same question. I am shocked, though. I love lions and cats. Yeah, a lot of the times when we have like certain real affinities for certain things, it is because we have some kind of spiritual connection. And in this case, one of your guides is the lioness. So that is probably the reason why you love lions so much. So let's ask what this lioness. Let me pull up the question again so I know. You tell me about any kind of info about the one I will end up being with. I have never been in a romantic relationship, and I am just curious about that area of my life. Okay, let us see what the lioness says. Okay, so the quick, short version of this message, because I got a lot of people tuning in who want readings, want to get to as many people as I can. So here was the vision. Again, the animal spirits often communicate in visions. And what I got shown was the lion was walking along, and a male lion just kind of jumped the female lion. And they mated, and the female lion had babies. And then this male lion was like very protective. And there were even other female lions that looked like they were like interested in the male lion. And the male lion like, and like scared him off. And then was also just watching the whole time as these baby lion cubs, were feeding, and you were laying in the field. He the whole time just really vigilant, watching out for anyone, and then just really like always bringing food, like even more food than you needed, and just like really caring about you and the family. The lion and the family. So hopefully that's pretty clear already. But this to me is, this relationship, this romantic relationship that you're trying to actualize is definitely going to happen. And that this person is going to, they're going to be almost like aggressive in pursuing you. But that shouldn't, don't let that put you off, because they're aggressive about pursuing you because they really love and they're going to love and care for you. There may be times where there may be some how to put it, like he's just extremely loyal. There's this immense loyalty that I'm feeling from that. The whole like get out of here, I don't even care about these other female cats thing. It's just like this extreme loyalty and really caring, and just not only is he stable enough to provide, but he will do so in abundance and just like overly caring in a very good way. So yes, it's going to happen. Is what Spirit's coming through. And again, for all of these, I have to state for like legal reasons, none of this should be taken as medical, legal, financial advice, or otherwise. These are all for entertainment purposes. Even though the readings may be spot on and accurate for you, know that for legal purposes, they are for entertainment only. Have to throw that out there to cover myself just in case. I know you're all beautiful people, though. why would you're all beautiful people, so I know I don't have to worry about it, but still got to put it out there. So Tanya, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Do you want to know more? Here's my little sales part where I tell people to sign up for a full session. But really, the full sessions are a lot different. They're so much more dynamic, way, way deeper communication happens. And not just one guide, but you get to communicate with a whole host of guides that show up for you and ask all kinds of questions. And a lot of times, really powerful healing happens during the full sessions. Like the guides are like, all right, it's time for healing to take place instead of just questions. And it can be really amazing. So whoever is interested in that, book a full session on the website in the link, or shoot me a message at Shaman's Way on Facebook, and we can talk. Otherwise, subscribe on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube so that you get notified next time I go live. Thank you. Tanya says, thank you so much for the reading. Take care. Thank you. It was such an interesting experience. I'm still shocked about my spirit guide. Laugh, 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 heart. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Oh, and she was shocked, by the way, to give people a little bit of backstory on that part. Where was that? Where did she say that? I don't know where it was, but the reason she was shocked about the spirit guide is that she loves lions, and it happened to be a lioness that showed up. So yeah, there's a connection there. The reason why you love lions is because that energy has been with you for a long time. So thank you. Who is next? Lots of people on YouTube today. Loving it. Thank you all for tuning in from YouTube. Yes. Thank you. Oh, we'll see. I think Spirit's telling me we got maybe one or two more, maybe just one more, maybe two more. We'll see, but definitely one more we're going to do for sure. Thank you, Spirit. Scrolling back up through the comments to find out who is next for the reading. Who is next? Wanda! Oh my gosh, I missed this comment. Yes, I stopped in this morning and said hi, but I've been trying to get a reading from you for almost 2 weeks, and it was like no one's seen my comments. I thought I would zip over to YouTube and watch over there. Wanda, are you still watching? If you are, it is definitely your turn. So let me know if you're still watching. I hope you are. And then, here's, so let me know about that first if you're still watching. Having the stream up on both Facebook and YouTube, YouTube has a much bigger delay. Oh, okay. So this is Hank, Stir Crazy Shamans, by the way. This channel right here is where I do a wonderful show with my shaman friend, Brother on the Path, who's also a reader and a healer, among many other amazing things. We do a show together where we talk about all kinds of spiritual stuff. So if you want to get to know me a little bit more, or just open your mind to all these possibilities about, spirit and many other things. Sorry, I get lots of comments coming through, lots of energies. Check out Stir Crazy Shamans, watch an episode, and have some fun. Why not? So, we're waiting on Wanda. Wanda. If you are still with us, Wanda, I will reward your loyalty for sticking around for all this time with a free spirit guide reading. Wanda, are you with us, and would you still like a reading? I hope she is. If not, Wanda, it will happen when it's meant to happen. All in divine timing. Crazy Shamans. Yep, it me. That's Hank. Hello, Hank. Oh. Okay, so again, there's a little bit of a delay coming through on the YouTube comments. So I'm going to give this another 30 seconds to a minute to see if Wanda's going to respond. If not, let me find out who's next for a reading. Scrolling back up. And know that I'm streaming to more than 5 different places at once. So I'm just kind of going in whatever order Spirit says I should go in. So who was next if Wanda is not with us now? Okay, Mike Hawk is from Periscope. Mike Hawk says, "Thought I would come here because you don't." Okay, well, that wasn't. And he's got a question about health. I do not answer questions about health. That is an area that I just feel like at this time, not publicly. I will, if we do a private reading, that's a different story. But over the airwaves about health, for some reason, I don't know why, but Spirit's telling me to say not to give medical advice over a public live stream. So, but message me. Maybe we can talk about it. Message me on Shaman's Way. So let's see who. Let me scroll down here. New comments coming in. I don't think Wanda is with us. She left. Wanda, I'm so sorry I missed you. Well, again, when Spirit decides the time is right, we will have a session. Okay, I am just gonna pick. Okay, there's lots of people commenting here. Let's see who was next. Who was next? Who was next? Who was next? Who was next? I'm seeing a lot of people comment, but for some reason I'm feeling like I'm not going to go in order. I think Spirit needs to communicate to me that the whole idea of turns is not something I need to be promoting on here. And I've been using that word turn. I don't like that. I don't like the energy of having a turn. That feels egoic. That feels like way too much ego. I don't know why. Ugh. But we're just going to go with whoever Spirit decides, like, boop, that person's popping out. And I like this name. This name is shining out to me. Queen Bean. I like that. So Queen Bean, thank you for joining. Queen Bean, do you know what we're doing here? Queen Bean. Oh, and Karen? We'll see. If I have time for more, I'll get to more. But, wow. Come on. Queen Bean, I'm assuming since you just commented, you're still watching. We got lots of comments coming through here from different people. Let's see. She says, sort of knows what we're doing. So I'm doing spirit guide readings. Let me just see if this interests you first. This is not mediumship. I'm not communicating in the sense that most people think of it. It is mediumship, technically, but I'm not communicating with past loved ones. So like humans that have died that have like unresolved feelings. I don't do any of that. I'm communicating with spirit guides. These are like animal spirits, angels, plant spirits, elemental beings, star seeds, beings of a very high vibration who are here to help us to grow and to learn. So if that still interests you, she says, I'd like a message, please. So then if that still interests you, just let me know. Do I have permission to energetically enter your space to do the reading? Clearing some energy here. Right, I want to fire my spirit guides. Ooh, okay, not good. Spirit, how do I proceed with this one? Spirit, not your guides, but my guides are telling me to ask you, why do you want to fire your spirit guides? Why do you want to fire your spirit guides? These are my guides telling me to ask you that. I'm really curious now. Queen Bean, you make me cry. Why are you wanting to fire your spirit guides? Queen Bean, what's up? What's going on? Come on. Oh, geez. They know why. Do they? I don't know. Your guides know a lot more than. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. They know why. I'm getting a heaviness around this. Queen Bean. Oh, wow. There is energy coming through from multiple people, not just Queen Bean. Yep. Queen Bean moving on, not doing that one. Spirit's like, nope. So sorry about that. Spirit told me not to do this reading. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes I'm not meant to do a certain reading. Filtering through. This is, I think, supposed to be the conclusion. We got some energy coming through here that is, no, you know what? We're going to shift this. We are going to shift this energy, and we are going to pick one last person and transmute and make this and end this on an absolutely beautiful note. Karen, what about me? What about you? Do you want a spirit guide reading? Because I can do that. If you want a spirit guide reading, Karen, let me know in the comments. I see some comments coming through here. Oh, wow. Wee. Yes, I would love that. Oh, wow. Lots of people coming in today. I encourage a lot of the, I feel like there are not just humans, but also entities who are coming around. And I ask these entities, Truth, who were you? Truth, who were you before that? 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 Truth, who you will be. 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 Truth, who you were you before that. Truth, who you will be. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. That definitely cleared some of that. Ooh, Karen. Oh, wow. And there, what I was just doing, everyone, is I'm pointing these entities at truth. Truth, who were you before that? Because we all come from truth. We all come from truth, the place of total oneness, and then eventually we will return to oneness. So pointing like wherever you are right now, where you're at with your energy, you were and you will be truth. So that's ultimately who you are still, and then that helps to shift the energy. Oh, and Jocelyn says, truth, 100, 100, 100. Yes. Karen, do I have your permission to, and I'm just going to ask again for 100% clarity, do I have your permission to energetically enter your space to do the reading? Oh, Hank. No, Hank popped on to, I don't know if he's, hold on, let me just try this. Hank, did you have something to say, or are you just hanging out? I'm curious. Okay, removing him because I don't even. Oh,
no, I have nothing to say. I just I was monitoring the comments and I was putting some people in timeout. I was not.
Nope, they weren't. Okay, Hank, I can hear you now. What are you saying?
No, I was just seeing some of the comments and felt it prudent to go in and block some people and put people in timeout. So I was just doing that. I sent you some private messages. Didn't intend to come on. I was trying to be incognito.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't even know my headphones were off, but
Yeah, no one's talking. So yeah, I'll leave the stream. I'm just in the background doing some comment stuff.
thank you for doing that. Thank you, Hank. All right. uh, okay. Karen, yes, you do have my permission. All right. Whew. Oh, the energy just shifted. That was beautiful. Hank, thank you for coming in and helping out with that. So, Karen, here we go. It is an absolutely beautiful female elf with a how to describe it, a crown, some kind of crown on, like and then just beautiful long hair, and she's singing. Very tall, white robes, but with these like black embroidery and these patterns throughout. And yeah, wow, amazing, immaculate, elven energy. What question do you have for this elf? This female elven being. I call them elven beings. I've been to their worlds a number of times, and they are absolutely beautiful, so powerfully healing. So, yes, we're going to see what question she has for this elven being. Ooh, strong energy there. Sorry, I'm just reading. Oh, Hank, I was just reading your private messages. Thank you. That's great. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Just channel whatever comes through. I'm open to any messages that Spirit has for me. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So much room for possibility there. Thank you, Karen. Okay, let us see. And I'm going to leave that up there so we know what we're answering. I'm going to be explaining this more like real time. So I'm going to ask Spirit to hold on and pause this vision. So what's happening so far is the elven woman had this like a little vase of water and threw it out on this field in front. And where the water landed, these little like beds of flowers grew. And she pointed to your spirit and said, go to the flowers. And you went over to the flowers and picked one. This is your energy field, your spirit that did this. And she asked, what is the difference between you and the flower? And she wants you to just be in the space of feeling that. What is the difference between you and the flower? And then let me see what happens from there. Can you not see how divinely perfect that flower is? Is that flower not a perfectly planned part of nature? What is the difference between you and the flower? What do you hold in your heart that keeps you from being as beautiful and perfect as a flower? And know that that which keeps you from being as absolutely divinely beautiful and perfect as this flower are only the judgments that you cast upon yourself. See yourself through the eyes of a child looking at the most beautiful flower for the first time in all of its perfection, without judgment, without preconceived notions. Look at yourself as if you are seeing yourself for the first time with no filter, with no judgment. See how divinely beautiful and perfect you already are. Just as there is balance and beauty and wisdom and peace and healing in the flower and in nature, all of those things are divinely present in you. So clear away those clouds that surround your heart and allow yourself to fully express your beauty. Oh, wow. I knew that was going to end on a beautiful note, but I didn't know it was going to be that beautiful. Karen, thank you for letting me. She says, wow, I love flowers, feel connected to them a lot. Thank you for letting me be the mediator between you and your guides to channel that incredible message. Wow, wow, wow. That was powerful. That was beautiful, Karen. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I feel, ooh, that was good. That was a strong one. Karen, thank you. Karen, I would love to continue to talk to you and your beautiful Elven guide. And for anyone else who's interested, Karen, if you want to book a full session, I would be so happy to facilitate a full session with not just that guide, but all the other wonderful guides that are with you. So reach out to me on Facebook or just go to the website. And yeah, I would love to work with all of you. So thank you. But either way, I just thank you so much for your energy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was beautiful, Karen. That was amazing. And I'm so glad that Spirit told me to pick you for the last one. And again, Spirit was like, you're going to do one more, and it's going to be beautiful, and that's going to be a perfect place to end it. And Spirit was beyond right about that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So happy that we ended with that one. Whoever I didn't get to today, subscribe to Shaman's Way on YouTube. You'll get notified the next time that I'm on, or you can just book a session if you feel called. If you're interested, if you like the energy of what was happening today, reach out. We'll get to know your guides really intimately and just open up some real communication. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have an absolutely beautiful day.